that the 14th Amendment was for the children of slaves, not illegal immigrants. Let me tell you something. I am so tired of these people in this country playing stupid. These people in this legal system and in this political system have degrees, master's degrees, doctorates, they're scholars. Do you really think that they actually believe that the 14th Amendment is for illegal immigrants?
Welcome back, Warriors. It's me, Linda B. Thank you all so much for joining me here today. Warriors, I have a Black woman here talking about the Supreme Court is hearing President Trump's argument that the 14th Amendment was ratified for African Americans and the descendants of slaves. We're going to school today, Warriors. That's what I'll be talking about today on Chat with Me, Linda B. All right, Warriors, you know what to do. Don't forget to give me the thumbs up, comment, share, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and make sure you select that all notification bell. Now, guys, remember, I am here on most Mondays through Thursdays at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on YouTube. But this week is going to be a different kind of week. We're going to get back on schedule next week. Okay. And don't forget, we've got Christmas. All right. But most Mondays through Thursdays at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'll be here tonight going live. And don't forget, you can catch me on Chat with Me, Linda B, at Chat with Me, Linda B on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. All right, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. All right, so the Supreme Court, they are hearing President Trump's argument that the 14th Amendment was not meant for illegals, that it was meant for Black people, the descendants of slaves. I want you to hear this woman right here, she is very interesting and what she is saying. And then we're going to go into the 14th Amendment.
The Supreme Court is hearing Donald Trump's argument that the 14th Amendment was for the children of slaves, not illegal immigrants. Let me tell you something. I am so tired of these people in this country playing stupid. These people in this legal system and in this political system have degrees, master's degrees, doctorates, they're scholars. Do you really think that they actually believe that the 14th Amendment is for illegal immigrants? I mean, come on. Donald Trump was the first person to say it out loud and to argue it. But they all know what has happened is everyone has made money off the backs of FBA, and they've made money off illegal immigration. You see what I'm saying? So they're pretending like they don't know that the 14th Amendment was for the children of slaves. The immigrants probably knew. What is the first thing they always say about Donald Trump? Oh, he's so dumb and he's so stupid. Well, if he knew that the 14th Amendment was for the children of slaves, how could all these scholars and highly educated political, wizards, how could they not know that? How could they not know that? And then when these people come in here and scam the absolute out of the system, they pretend like they're surprised. Oh, my. Well, they came in here on a scam. You understand? Of course, they're going to continue to scam. They're sitting somewhere getting ate up by flies and mosquitoes, and all of a sudden say, hey, you can go to America and you can you can do an illegal marriage, or you can pop out a bunch of babies and you'll be legal. And you can scam the welfare system, and you can scam the housing system, and you can make money, and you can have businesses, and you can drive. I've lived in close proximity to these people, driving Cadillacs and Mercedes with free housing, food stamps, businesses. I know people. Like, these people are everywhere, especially in Florida. And then the United States is trying to act surprise. But mind you, they're not prosecuting these people the way they're supposed to be. I'm telling you, this country is so damn corrupt right now. It's so corrupt. And Donald Trump, he's trying to fix a lot of the corruption, a lot of the scamming. Say what you will about him. He's trying to fix a lot of the scheming and scamming, because it's not only been allowed, it's been encouraged, it's been promoted. And too many people are eating off these scams for it to just go away.
There you have it. All right, Supreme Court is going to hear this. And when I looked it up, the 14th Amendment was ratified in 1868. This was post-Civil War, during the Reconstruction era. All right. And when I looked it up, they did the 14th Amendment. It was ratified in 1868, like I just said, for African Americans and the descendants of slaves. That's a fact. That's what President Trump is saying. It is not for illegals. It is, let me say it again for the ones in the back. The 14th Amendment was for African Americans and the descendants of slaves. Okay? That means you have due process, and you cannot be denied citizenship on the basis of skin color, of your race. You cannot. 14th Amendment, the Supreme Court is going to hear that. And let me just read a little bit more for you so we can get some education today. So I put in a search, who was the 14th Amendment written for? It says, boom, immediately, African Americans and formerly enslaved people. The 14th Amendment was written for African Americans and formerly enslaved people. Ratified in 1868, it granted citizenship and equal civil and legal rights to these groups, ensuring they were included under the umbrella phrase, all persons born or naturalized in the United States. This amendment was a crucial part of the Reconstruction effort to establish civil rights and equality for Black Americans after the Civil War. It addresses citizenship, rights, and equal protection under the law at all levels of government. The 14th Amendment was a response to issues affecting freed slaves following the American Civil War, and its enactment was bitterly contested. States of the defeated Confederacy were required to ratify it to begin representation in Congress. It's also in response to the Citizenship Clause overruled the Supreme Court's Dred Scott decision that African Americans could not become citizens. So we know Dred Scott, that wasn't good, but the clause constitutionalized the Civil Rights Act of 1866 grant of citizenship to all born within the United States, except the children of foreign diplomats. Now, the thing that we might run into a little bit of a problem here is the 14th Amendment says all persons born or naturalized in the United States.
Many believe the 14th Amendment to the Constitution grants citizenship to anyone born on United States soil, even if their parents are here illegally. President Trump says that's not true, and he's right. Here's why. Universal birthright citizenship is actually a misinterpretation of the 14th Amendment. It was ratified in 1868, shortly after the Civil War, to specifically extend citizenship to freed slaves and their children. But the 14th Amendment does not say that all people born in the United States are citizens. It says that all persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens. That second critical conditional phrase, subject to the jurisdiction thereof, is conveniently ignored or misinterpreted by advocates of birthright citizenship. It was written to help distinguish between people like the children of former slaves, who were unfairly denied citizenship, and the children of diplomats or other people who were in the country but owed their citizenship to other countries. But Senator Lyman Trumbull, a key figure in the adoption of the 14th Amendment, said that subject to the jurisdiction meant not owing allegiance to any other country. He's referring to the difference between partial territorial jurisdiction, which subjects all foreigners who enter the United States to the jurisdiction of our laws, and complete political jurisdiction, which requires allegiance to the United States government as well. So while a foreign tourist could be prosecuted for violating a criminal statute, he or she could not be drafted if we had a military draft, or be subjected to other requirements imposed on citizens, such as serving on a jury. Other legal arguments for universal birthright citizenship point to the Supreme Court's 1898 decision in U.S. versus Wong Kim Ark. But that decision only stands for the very narrow proposition that children born of lawful permanent residents are U.S. citizens. This decision says nothing about the children of illegal immigrants or the children of tourists, students, and other foreigners only temporarily present in this country being automatically considered U.S. citizens. Those children are considered citizens of the native countries of their parents. Just like children born abroad to American parents are considered U.S. citizens, no matter where the children are born. Most countries around the world do not provide birthright citizenship. We do so based not on the requirements of federal law or the Constitution, but based on an incorrect interpretation.
There you have it. That is the truth of the matter. We need to know and subject to the jurisdiction thereof and what that actually means. Because sometimes people have allegiance to other countries. They're not really, allegiance to our country. So this was not for illegals. Now, those on the left, they want it because they need these illegals for their own political purposes. They need the numbers. They're bleeding support. Okay. And they are going to fight this. Now, once the Supreme Court, I pray, rules in favor of what President Trump says, I don't know what we're going to go through from the left. They are really going to actually melt down big time. But guys, tell me what you think in the comments below. Is it a misinterpretation by the left? Does President Trump have it right? Let me know. Will you all be blessed? Love God, these United States of America, and to march on, warriors.